Hockey fans, Michigan Girls High School Hockey League playoffs are live and on the air. And we're going to pull that down because it looks like we are going to get going in about 20 seconds here as everyone getting warmed up. This is Grosse Pointe North versus St. Mary's SCA. Grosse Pointe North is 11-9. They are 7th in Division 1. They are playing the 3rd seed in Division 1, St. Mary's SCA. St. Mary's is 18-6-0. As we're about to get underway between these two squads, St. Mary's in their home whites with the black numbers on the back, the black trim, the black pants, a combination of black and white helmets, and the red block M on the front. Grosse Pointe North has the North in script across the front. They are in green sweaters with the yellow on the sleeves and the numbers on the back, and green helmets. 15 minutes up on the clock as we are about to get going here shortly. Everyone lined up as we'll have starting lineups in the national anthem. As public address announcer now up. So, welcoming everyone to the Michigan Girls High School Hockey League playoffs. As first up is Bierce. As next coming out is Villani. Also skating out is Dobbs. Martin to the blue line. And Phillips. And Plump, the starting goalkeeper. Now for St. Mary's. Being announced is Ward. Next coming out is McClafferty. Lucia skates out to the blue line. So coming out is Little. And then Duffany. And it is Byer between the nets. Now, ladies and gentlemen, down to America, the playing of the national anthem. As we're set to get going, game 3 in this rink. One more after this at 4 o'clock, which will be, as I take a look, Mercy versus Cranbrook Kingswood. So here it is, St. Mary's versus Grosse Pointe North. As getting ready to go, of course, what's on the line is a spot into this Wednesday's semifinals. And then the finals will be at USA Hockey Arena. Semifinals will be here in Rink 1 and Rink 3 at 6, 6:15, 8, and 8:15 on Wednesday. Then D2 finals at USA Hockey Arena is at 10 o'clock for Division 2 and at 2 for Division 1. That's in the Kiefer rink, the Olympic rink there, as the boys playoffs will be playing in the big rink, the NHL rink. So the ladies get to have their state championship in the rink right next door. Kind of nice to have all of it together. Lots of great hockey. You have this game, one more coming in this rink, 2 on the other rink, so you still got 4 games if you want to come on down and watch some amazing hockey, as women's hockey is fantastic, and we can't tell you how proud we are to be trying to bring this to you as it comes all the way down. That stop covered up by Beyer. 14:53 left to go. St. Mary's going left to right. Grosse Pointe North going right to left. Face off in the near face-off circle. Schaefer add in along the near boards. Taken back behind. Trying to get to it is Little. And pull back. Tipped ahead by Little. Now through. Coming ahead with it. Racing in is Ward. Ward comes in. Ward with a shot. That loose on the near side. Picked up on the near circle. Fired back. Is trying to put it in was Lucia. And back all the way into the neutral zone. Racing ahead with it, coming in is Villani. That comes back, and a shot loose on the near side, as it was a great save back there, and covered up in a no goal is Beyer able to cover it up, and the whistle blew before the puck went in the net. At least that was the signal we got from the near official. We'll see exactly what that means. 0-0, 14:21 left to go here in the first. Faceoff is going to be back as the Coach Quick getting a little explanation on the Grosse Pointe North bench. Faceoff just outside of the St. Mary's zone. Trying to pull that away was Carrera. That comes back and along. Now racing ahead with it. Here comes St. Mary's coming in. As that is Schaefer. Schaefer puts it in and just to the right of the near post into the near corner. That all the way through. Racing over to hold it in is Duffany. Duffany has it outside the far circle. Duffany centering attempt. That knocked down. Trying to pull that away. The puck right back behind the goal. Now it comes out and along the far boards. Chip back to the far point, held in there by Schaefer as it's outside the far circle. Racing back, Schaefer back behind the goal from the far side to the near side. That gathered up. Grosse Pointe North trying to deflect it out as Alyssa Burney trying to get it out of the zone. The puck down the near boards of the neutral zone as that's pulled ahead and now sent right back. Kasaba trying to get to it. Puck into the near corner. Now off the glass. Ricochet to the near point. And slips trying to bring it back in. Was Connors, and that offsides. That'll come right outside of the Grosse Pointe North zone. 13:21 left to go here in the first. Face-off in the near face-off zone outside of the Grosse Pointe North zone. As that's Dobbs in to take the face-off. On the other side is Ward. That puck in along the near boards. Now sent down through the neutral zone right to the St. Mary's blue line. Pulled back, tipped into the neutral zone. Ward brings it back in. Puck top of the far circle. Now trying to knock it away is Beers. Puck loose now. High slot. Good poke check by Grosse Pointe North. Coming the other direction with it. Here comes Villani. Villani into the slot. Villani onto the far circle. An excellent defense by St. Mary's as Rue able to knock it away. The puck all the way back to the far point as that comes back in along the far boards. As the puck over. as that comes all the way back. 12:31 left to go. And all the way back in along the far boards, picked up as Leah Burney has it. Top of the far circle, shot just missed. As St. Mary's with an excellent opportunity. Puck into the near corner. Back to the near point. Held in there by Duffany. Duffany has it. That pulled back. Loose puck. Held in there by McClafferty. Now it comes all the way back out. Racing ahead with it. Here comes Dobbs. Dobbs. As that is saved by Breyer. 12:01 left to go here in the first. Scoreless so far. First period face-off in the St. Mary's zone. Back to try and take the face-off is Cuter. That puck in along the far boards, gathered up, racing ahead with his Schaefer. Schaefer gets it ahead. That loose, now pulled in. Here comes Carrera. Carrera, that knocked down into the far corner of the into the Grosse Pointe North zone. Shot from the high slot, pulled in along the far boards. Again, Carrera trying to get it into the far corner. That puck tipped back into the neutral zone. Racing back, covered up now. Rue bringing it ahead. Coming in. Connor, top of the near circle, shot and a save by Plum. 11:27 left to go here in the first. Scoreless so far between these two teams. Again, 18-6-0 St. Mary's versus 11-9-0 Grosse Pointe North. Face-off in the near face-off circle. That is going to be to Plum's left. As Ward in to take the face-off. On the other side is Dobbs. Puck outside the near circle all the way in along the far boards. Battle for it, trying to get it over there is Lucia. Puck in the high slot now pulled. St. Mary's has it, top of the near circle. Ward with it, trying to work her way in, walking in, shot. That loose off of the near side of the net and covered up. 11-11 left to go here in the first. Scoreless so far. Hey, 11:07 left to go. That puck all the way back in along the far boards. Pulled back. Duffany has it, sends it ahead. Now grabbed by Ward. Ward gains his own. Ward, top of the far circle. Ward underneath the far circle, now spins with it. Centering attempt. Shot just missed to the near side. Centering attempt. Covered up by Plum. And no, they score. Did they? No. Good save by Plum. I saw a couple celebrations and no, able to cover it up. Plum with an excellent job. 10:45 left to go. Scoreless so far. Face off in the near face off circle. In to take the face-off for St. Mary's, Carrera. Puck into the near corner, pulling it along. Back underneath. Cuter has it in the far corner. Cuter and Beers trying to pull it away. Puck outside the far circle. Grabbed there by Schaefer. Schaefer goes back behind the Grosse Pointe North goal. Knocked away in along the far boards. Picked up there. Centering attempt. Knocked down. Here comes Grosse Pointe North racing ahead with it as they get through center. Coming ahead into the zone. That fired by Alyssa Burney into the near corner. Alyssa Burney trying to get it as Duffany has it into the near corner. Trying to dig it out of there. Puck outside the near circle. Now racing ahead with it. Here comes Connors. Loose, fired all the way back, right back behind Breyer. Outside the near circle, bringing it through the neutral zone. Intercepted, fired all the way back in by Beers. Picked up. Here comes St. Mary's. Through center ice. Gaining the zone, top of the far circle. Shot there by Duffany, and a save by Plaum. 9:50 left to go here in the first. Scoreless so far. Face-off will be in the far face-off circle at the Plum's right. In to take the face-off. Over there is Ward. Ward versus Martin. That pulled top of the far circle into the far corner. Pulled back behind into the near corner. Centering attempt goes all the way past. Ward chases it back to the far point. Able to hold it in at the far point. Ward fires it right back behind the goal, trying to Pick it up back behind, trying to fire it out in front. A shot and a save. No goal is Lucia right on the inner corner of the near circle with an excellent opportunity. And Ploum with a save. 9:27 left to go here in the first. Face-off in the near face-off circle. That to Ploum's left. Looks like it's going to be Cuter in to take the face-off for Grosse Pointe North on the other side. It's going to be Carrera. Snap puck all the way back to the near point. Little with it there. Little with the shot. And they score from the near point. St. Mary's opens up the scoring at 9:21 here in the first. So I believe that was Little from the point. We'll see if anyone tipped it out in front. But it is 1-0. Let's get that updated on the scoreboard. If I can make that work there. Come on. There we go. As the puck all the way back. Picked up, trying to fire it ahead is Leah Burney. Down the far boards, gathered, trying to come right back in is Duffany. Through the slot, now coming in along the near boards, racing ahead with it. Here comes Grosse Pointe North, down the near boards, into the zone. Grosse Pointe North onto the near circle, growing back behind is Dobbs. Dobbs into the far corner. Dobbs trying to fire it out in front. That knocked down by Rue. I could not hear the announcer. So I know Little had the original shot. I'll put that on there, but there may well have been a tip out in front. Puck coming down and along the near boards. Back right at the near point, able to hold it in is Leah Burney. Now that puck right back out into the neutral zone. Grosse Pointe North deflects it as Rayburn gets it into the zone. Casaba chasing it back. That pulled right back behind by Little. Little has it back behind her own goal. Little ricochets it off the boards. That all the way back into the Grosse Pointe North zone. Racing back to get it is Leah Burney. Leah Burney outside the near circle. Leah Burney trying to fire it ahead. 8:18 left to go. 1-0. St. Mary's with the lead. And saved by Breyer. Picked up down the far boards. Here comes St. Mary's is bringing it ahead. Rifled all the way down by Rue. Coming in. There's a shot from the near circle. And a glove save as that knocked away. Shot by Rue over on the near circle. Deflected puck. Into the far corner, racing back to get his Clintworth. Clintworth, top of the far circle, centering attempt got intercepted, coming the other direction. Here comes Dobbs. Dobbs over center. Dobbs down the near boards into the St. Mary's zone, and pulled away the other direction by Schaefer. Schaefer underneath the near circle. Now Schaefer over her own blue line. Schaefer through center ice. Schaefer gains the zone outside the near circle. Schaefer takes a shot as that deflects off the end boards all the way back. So that'll travel back into the St. Mary's zone. Plars has it. On the far circle, Plars spinning with it. 7:23 left to go here in the first. 1-0. St. Mary's with the lead. Puck loose at center. Now bringing it in Clintworth. Outside the near circle, racing back to get it is Beers. Beers sends it for a ride along the boards. That tipped back. Shot there by Plars. In the slot, that knocked away and fired all the way down. That is icing, and it'll head right back into the Grosse Pointe North zone. 6:59 left to go here in the first. 1-0. St. Mary's SCA has the 1-0 lead. Face-off in the near face-off circle. That Ploum's left. Dobbs in to take the face-off. Ward on the other side. And puck outside the near circle. Now into the near corner. Dobbs with it. Dobbs trying to feed it ahead. Still battling and along the near boards. Comes into the near corner. Dobbs goes back behind her own goal from the near side to the far side. Dobbs trying to get it away. Dobbs fires it ahead. Now racing ahead with it. Villani had it. Knocked down through center ice. Dobbs tips it. That right back to center ice. Getting it is Ward. Ward spins with it. Ricochets off the far board. That fired back deep by McClafferty. Right back behind the Grosse Pointe North goal. Deflected in along the near boards. Martin trying to feed it ahead. Puck outside the near circle. Now St. Mary's with it. And spinning back there, Lucia. Still outside the near circle. There's a shot that comes as Grosse Pointe North fires it all the way down the ice. That's going to end up being a shot on goal. So no icing. Fed into the far corner. Picked up there by Duffany. has it back, intercepted, coming in. Grosse Pointe North with a shot that deflected into the near corner. Villani trying to get to it. That puck brought ahead, racing in. Here comes into the near corner, set up, and a shot and a score. As St. Mary's put it in, as that was Carrera with the goal. At 5:52, St. Mary's SCA goal by Carrera, number 22. As the pink tape on the stick there. Makes it, love when that happens. Makes it easy to remember who's who there. And move that back and get that going. There we go. 2-0. St. Mary's with the lead here with 5:42 left to go in the first. Puck in along the far boards. Now brought ahead. Trying to get into the zone is Cuter. Cuter has it knocked away in along the near board. St. Mary's sets it up. Trying to go the other direction. Brought right back in deep. As Duffany has it in front of her own goal. Feeds it all the way down. Intercepted as Leah Burney trying to feed it down the far boards. Battle for it right in front of the scorer's bench. Back to the St. Mary's blue line. Tipped ahead, loose at center. Now grabbed, coming the other direction is Cuter, stolen away. Here comes Clintworth. Clintworth outside the far circle. Clintworth goes in along the end boards. That grabbed, pulled back by Leah Burney down the near boards. That back into the neutral zone, tipped loose there, as that'll be offsides. St. Mary's needed to touch up. 5:58 left to go here in the first. 2-0. St. Mary's SCA with the lead over Grosse Pointe North. Third game trying to win an opportunity to get to the semifinals this Wednesday, either here in Rink 1 or Rink 3. 4:58 left to go. That puck in along the far boards. As it's pulled back, tipped, and in along the far boards here through the neutral zone. Gathered up, trying to bring it in. That back to the blue line. Brought ahead, firing it down. Gathered up by Dobbs. Dobbs trying to chase it. That tip back by Pillars. Back into the Grosse Pointe North zone. All the way back to the blue line. Now Little has it in her own zone. Little feeds it ahead. Over to Ward. Ward tips it deep into the near corner. And pulled back over by Leah Burney. Leah Burney trying to get to it. That puck back. So that'll be into the near corner. That puck brought back all the way through. Puck into the far corner. Into the near corner, pulling it up. Martin back there trying to bring it ahead. Loose underneath the far circle, now fired ahead. Tipped, bringing it ahead is Clean. Clean had it, brought right back in. Here comes St. Mary's, shot there and a save. As Carrera with the shot. 3:37 left to go here in the first. Two to nothing, St. Mary's with the lead. That puck comes all the way back into St. Mary's zone, and that will be icing. 3:27 left to go here in the first. 2-0, St. Mary's with the lead. Face off in the far face-off circle. I believe that is Carrera in to take the face-off. Puck, top of the far circle, now tipped back. Trying to fire it back deep, loose in along the end boards. Racing back to get it is Phelps. Phelps moves it, and that right to the blue line. Able to hold it in is Little. Little with a shot from the high slot. Knocked down. There's a shot from the far circle into the near corner. Racing back to get it is Cuter. Cuter trying to move it down the near boards. Here comes Grosse Pointe North as they get it ahead. Coming in, Cuter has it. Cuter weaving through traffic. That into the near corner. Excuse me, that's Duffany with it. Or excuse me, no, that was Cuter. Back, shot, top of the far circle. That comes into the near corner. Delayed penalty upcoming as that is touched, and penalty at 2:46. penalty. We'll see exactly what it is. Slash the call. As it is going to be a Grosse Pointe North power play. Schaefer goes into the box. No standing. That comes back in along the far boards. Coming in with it, tipped back in along the near boards. Loose at the near point. Now sent back into the far corner. Gather it up. Duffany sends it all the way down the ice. 1:35 left to go here in the power play for the Grosse Pointe North. Coming ahead with it. 2:14 left to go in the first. St. Mary's with it, 2-0. Trying to pull it away is Cuter. Cuter sweeps it down the far boards and deflected off the near boards. Racing back to get it. Alyssa Burney down the near boards. Battle for it right in front of the box. Coming all the way back deep. Cuter grabs it back behind her own goal. 1:07 left to go here in the power play. To Grosse Pointe North, intercepted, brought right in. Here comes St. Mary's outside the far circle, trying to work her way in. Shot off the side of the net, as that was an excellent shot by Duffany. Coming up the other direction. Here comes Grosse Pointe North as they get it in. Dobbs has it on the far circle. Dobbs with a shot, and that's a score. Dobbs gets the power play goal with 44 seconds left to go. In the power play, 1:29 left here in the first, as it is a Grosse Pointe North goal. Dobbs puts it in as Breyer, trying to get to it, thought she had it, and it just managed to slip past. 1:24 left to go here in the first. 2-1 now is the score. Face off at center ice. Martin trying to move it back. That puck outside the near circle up into the Grosse Pointe North bench. 2-1 is the lead by St. Mary's. Face off right at center ice. 1:24 left to go here. As Carrera sends it back, feeding it ahead. Duffany now bringing it in. Offsides as Carrera trying to get over the blue line, but offsides called. Held up just enough. 1:15 left to go here in the first. 2-1, St. Mary's with the lead. Face-off outside of the Grosse Pointe North zone in the far face-off circle. Carrera in to take the face-off. On the other side is Cuter. That puck in along the far boards. Cuter trying to bring it ahead. Cuter down the far boards of the neutral zone into the St. Mary's zone. She ends up losing an edge. Pulled back by Dobbs. Off and fired and in. Dobbs ties it up and sneaks it in the far post, and it's 2-2. As two quick goals by Dobbs, less than 30 seconds apart. And Grosse Pointe North has this game tied up 2-2. Face off at center ice. Carrera in to take the face off for St. Mary's. Cuter on the other side. 1 minute, 3 seconds left to go. Puck carrying it in. Coming in is, working her way in is Carrera. Carrera, and shot deflected into the far corner. Battle for it over there. Schaefer trying to get to it. Loose, back to the far point, slips back into the neutral zone. Gathering it up is Little at center ice. Now racing away, coming in with it is Dobbs. Dobbs with a shot and a save by Breyer. Oh, Dobbs was looking for a hat trick in a matter of a minute. Breyer able to make the save. And it's still 2-2, 41.9 seconds left to go. Face-off is in the St. Mary's zone in the near face-off circle. That is to the right of Breyer. As Carrera in to take the face-off versus Cuter. That puck now through the slot, pulled away. Coming ahead with it is Schaefer. Puck into the far corner. Deflected right back behind the St. Mary's goal. Underneath the near circle, bringing it ahead. Here comes St. Mary's as they move over their zone into neutral zone. Carrera has it. Carrera feeds it top of the near circle. Coming in. There's a blast save. And that tipped into the near corner. That was Schaefer with the blast. That comes all the way back in along the far boards of the neutral zone. Back to get it is picked up. Duffany down the near boards. Duffany trying to feed it ahead. That right in front of the Grosse Pointe North bench down the near boards. Now racing in with it. Coming in. Beers. There's a shot. Save. Loose. Tipped into the near corner. And that will do it for the first at the end of one. 2-2 is our score. As this looks like it has the makings of an epic game between these two squads. We'll have a short intermission, and then we'll be back. They do not resurface the ice between the first and second here in women's hockey, high school women's hockey. At 9:21, it was a St. Mary SCA goal, as that was scored by Little at 9:21. Then at 5:21, it was a St. Mary's goal. That one scored by Carrera. Then at 2:46, it was a St. Mary's penalty, slashing that to Schaefer. Then at 1:29, it was a goal. Dobbs for Grosse Pointe North scored to cut it to 2-1. Then at 1:03, it was Grosse Pointe North scoring. Dobbs again to tie it 2-2, heading into the second period. 15 minutes up on the board. Everyone talking, gathering around. And we'll get going momentarily here. There's the whistle. As they're getting last moment instructions on the benches. There's the whistle. Both squads will head back out onto the ice as we will get the second period under play momentarily. We'll have a full ice resurfacing between the second and third periods. The official slides back over in front of the scorer's bench. Good crowd here for both of these squads. We've had really a full house. I mean, there's some empty seats here, but there's been a lot of people coming around. If you come down around the main concourse at the bottom, folks are all over the place. There's games in Rink 3, games in Rink 1 here, and it's been a good crowd for all of these teams out here. We appreciate it. Thank you for watching wherever you are at and your support of women's high school hockey. We are very grateful, as it's a fantastic sport, great athletes, and we are proud to do our very small part to try and bring it out to you. Dobbs in to take the face-off. On the other side is Ward. That puck pulled back. Coming in with it is Ward, top of the far circle into the Grosse Pointe North zone. Ward ends up colliding back in along the end boards. Dobbs banks it off the boards and along the near boards. Trying to bring it ahead is Alyssa Burns. Alyssa Burns gets it back to the near point, spinning with it, backhands it ahead, trying to move it over to Martin. Martin chases it into the St. Mary's zone. That tipped away. Good defense. Martin gets it back. Still loose on the near circle. Now pulled into the near corner. As that into the near corner, pulled up and in along the near boards. Racing all the way back to get it is Beers. Now back behind. Leah Burns has it back behind her own goal. Leah Burning. That puck in all the way back into the St. Mary's zone. Right back behind the St. Mary's goal, in along the near boards, fired all, held in by Beers, now picked up, tipped back to center ice. Grabbed by Dobbs. Dobbs down the far boards. Dobbs puts it deep back into the St. Mary's zone. Gathered up there by Pillars. Pillars trying to move it ahead, loose on the far circle. Now gathered up. Duffany putting it down the far boards. Duffany into the neutral zone. That intercepted. Heading the other direction is Cuter. Cuter into the slot. Cuter coming in. Cuter backhanded shot. And off the side of the net and covered up and no. Yep, good save there. As Briers got on top of that puck. Face off in the far face off circle. 13:42 left to go. 13:39 left to go. That puck in along the far boards, brought ahead with it as Carrera brings it into the Grosse Pointe North zone. Poked away. That one just goes wide to the near post. Back behind, trying to get to it is Leah Burney in along the near boards, trying to dig it outside the near circle. That comes right back behind the Grosse Pointe North goal as Schaefer tries to pick it up outside the far circle, deflected at the far point. Picked back up as Cuter has it back behind her own goal. Cuter on the near circle, trying to weave through traffic. That tip back into the near corner as Schaefer had it, trying to dig it out of the near corner and outside the near circle. Now loose, still outside the near circle. Battle for it, comes in, trying to get to it as that put into the near corner, swung around by Schaefer. That puck into the neutral zone down the near boards. Put back, battle for it right in front of the St. Mary's bench. That's sent right back into the Grosse Pointe North zone. 12:42 left to go here in the second. 2-2 is our score. That tipped back as Duffney pulls it in, knocked it down as Schaefer trying to get to it. Puck loose right at the Grosse Pointe North blue line. Pulled back into the zone now, in along the near boards. Casaba trying to knock it down. Back there, Duffney as well. Now battling with it is Clintworth. Banked off of the near boards. All the way back, racing back to get it is Connor. Connor into the near corner. Goes back behind her own goal. Connor from the near side to the far side. Connor deflects it all the way back into the neutral zone. Intercepted there by Phillips. Phillips making a move. Phillips gaining the St. Mary's zone. Phillips outside the far circle. Phillips ridden off the puck by Little. Little goes back behind her own goal. Stops there. Banks it off the near boards. As that comes into the neutral zone. Racing ahead with it, Beers. Beers deflected into the far corner. Picked up back there by Little. Little feeds it right to the far point. Phillips not quite able to hold it in. Moves it over along the near boards to Beers. Beers back into her own zone. Puck right at the blue line, now brought ahead. Here comes Grosse Pointe North, loose, now coming the other direction. Lucia had it, brings it into the Grosse Pointe North zone. Into the far corner, Ward with it. Ward goes back behind the goal. Ward underneath the near circle. Ward, top of the near circle, coming through the high slot. Ward on the far circle with it. Ward ends up into the far corner. That lifted back by Beers. As the puck held in at the far point by Rue. Loose on the near circle, shot and a save by Blum. Face-off in the near face-off circle, 11:06 left to go. 2-2 is our score. Face-off is going to be to Plaum's right in the near face-off circle. Herrera in to take the face-off. On the other side is that Martin? No, excuse me, that was Cuter. Cuter fires it ahead. Cuter racing ahead. Cuter into the St. Mary's zone. Cuter outside the far circle, trying to control the puck, trying to get a shot on goal out in front. And there, a shot. And just it came right on the near side. Grosse Pointe North takes the lead at 10:53. As it came from the far circle over to the near circle, able to put it in. As that looks like that was Alyssa Burney with the goal. 10:53 left to go here. Grosse Pointe North with a 1-goal lead. St. Mary fans urge their team on, trying to get this game back tied up. Carrera in to take the face off. Martin on the other side. Now they'll change off, and Alyssa Burney will be on the far side. Dobbs will take the face off now. So it's Dobbs versus Carrera, in for the face-off. Puck in along the far boards. Racing back to get it into the far corner is Little. Little pulls it back behind her own goal underneath the near circle. That deflected up. Loose, pulling it in. Racing in is Carrera. Carrera puts it in and fires as Carrera finds the back of the net, and it's 3-3. At 10:35, less than 30 seconds later, St. Mary's ties it up in what is turning out to be an epic game. So I believe that would be a Carrera goal. We'll double check, but that would be her second of the game. 3-3 is our score. 10:34 left to go here in the second. Puck controlled by St. Mary's. They fire it down. Intercepted right at center. Trying to fire it back deep is Beers. Gathered up, coming down the near boards. Fed ahead by Duffany. Now right through center, pulling it in is Carrera. Carrera top of the far circle. That shot by Schaefer into the far corner of the Grosse Pointe North zone. Sent back to the far point to Little. Little with the blast there. That deflects out in front and loose and covering up is Ploum. 10:02 left to go. As the clock continuing to run.
Hey, I'm so glad you're here. You have to sit though because they're going to yell. Okay.
As the official will get that fixed. Again, we appreciate all the volunteers who help make this possible, including those who are running the scoreboard. Not an easy task to do. Looks like they're going to keep it 9:46. 3-3 is our score here in the second. As Dobbs in to take the face off. That's sent down the far boards. Held in on the far circle. That's sent back, top of the near circle. Little with the shot, deflects right back behind. Alyssa Burney trying to move it down the far boards. Right back to the far point, battle for it there, slips back into the neutral zone as Villani trying to get to it. And it's sent right back into the St. Mary's end. Down the near boards, trying to get it over to Lucia. Lucia chases it into the near corner. Pulled by Beers, back behind her own goal. Coming to the far side. That tipped in along the far boards. Trying to bring it ahead. Loose into the far corner. Trying to grab it back there is Carrera. Now all the way back into the St. Mary's end. That will be icing as Little will move it back. That at 9:12. 3-3 is our score. Face-off will come all the way back into the Grosse Pointe North zone. Face-off will be in the far face-off circle. That is to Ploum's left. As in to take the face-off, Carrera. On the other side, Cuter. That puck, Cuter wins the face-off and along the end boards, goes from the far side to the near side, back behind her own goal. Cuter brings it on the near circle, coming through her own blue line. Cuter through center ice. Cuter gains his own. That tipped away. Good defense by St. Mary's. Loose top of the far circle. Racing back over to get it is Cuter. Now that fired all the way down the ice. That'll be stopped by Ploum into the near corner of the Grosse Pointe North zone. Loose trying to get it. Carrera on the near circle. And shot. That just goes high by Schaefer. All the way back to the far point. Held in there by Little. Little trying to fire it back deep. Loose on the far circle. Trying to pull it away is Clintworth. Now that move back. High slot. Tipped back there by Ward. Ward with the blast. Top of the far circle. That can't get through all the traffic. Loose. Now high slot coming over. Backhanded back deep. As Little puts it into the near corner. That rimmed all the way around the boards. As Clintworth had it, now knocked down in the slot, pulled away by Grosse Pointe North to their blue line, now into the neutral zone. Clintworth feeds it back into the St. Mary's zone. 8:10 left to go here in the second. 3-3 is the score. Little banks it off the far boards, trying to get it ahead to Schaefer. And puck loose. Grosse Pointe North trying to bring it back in. Down, backhanded over by Phillips. And that pull in along the near boards. Bringing it in, Carrera has it, drop pass, there's a shot that got deflected, picked up, coming the other direction is Cuter. Cuter racing down the far boards, Cuter trying to get around Little, Cuter in the slot, good poke check by Little, Cuter outside the near circle, top of the near circle, as that moved ahead, Little gets it, coming in, here comes Carrera, good poke check back there by Beers, the puck top of the far circle, there's a shot, that goes all the way into the near corner, outside the near circle, St. Mary's trying to dig it out. As that onto the near circle, shot there, save, loose. And it's a good job by Ploum to make that save. Back to the near point, now into the near corner. Leah Burney trying to feed it all the way around. Now picked up back there by Martin. Martin trying to get it out of the zone, top of the far circle in the Grosse Pointe North zone. Wouldn't settle down, coming in onto the near circle, trying to make her way in is Ward. Ward loses an edge and possibly a glove. There's a glove down on the boards. Picked up into the far corner. Trying to pull it away, loose, through to the near point, held in there by Connor. Now, top of the near circle comes outside into the near corner. Leah Burney back behind her own goal, trying to get it away from Ward. Ward in along the end boards, trying to dig it out underneath the near circle, picked up back there. Now Leah Burney outside the near circle, trying to get it out of the Grosse Pointe North zone. 6:33 left to go. 3-3 is our score. That puck on the near circle, couldn't get everything on it as Ward took a shot at it. That banked off the far boards, held him back over there by Duffany. Top of the far circle, Grosse Pointe North gets it to the far point, now brings it out as Clean all the way back into the St. Mary's zone. Extended time in the zone by St. Mary's. They come right back in. Ward has it, slot shot, and a save by Plaum. 6:05 left to go here in the second. 3-3 is our score. As face-off will be in the far face-off circle. That to Plaum's left. That comes back. Top of the far circle, moved over to Duffany. Duffany with a blast and scored from the near point. Duffany as Plaum was screened. And that is a goal by St. Mary's SCA at 5:58. So that puts St. Mary's back in the lead. St. Mary's SCA 4-3. Grosse Pointe North with the 3. It's Grosse Pointe North that gained the lead, and St. Mary's able to come back tied and now take the lead. Coming through. Carrera has it outside the far circle, trying to dig it off. Carrera has that tipped away by Cuter. Not letting her get a stick on it. Cuter banks it ahead. Now that lifted all the way down the ice. That should be icing, and it will be. That'll head right back into the Grosse Pointe North zone. 5:36 left to go here in the second. Now face-off will be in the far face-off circle. That to the left of Plaum. Dobbs in to take the face-off. On the other side is Ward for St. Mary. Puck in along the far boards, brought ahead by Beers. Beers, top of the far circle, ricochets it off the near boards, back into the St. Mary zone. Little has it, top of the near circle. Little back into the neutral zone, spinning with it. Trying to bring it ahead is Ward. Ward tipped it back. Little fires it all the way back. That knocked down by Phillips. Phillips trying to get it deep. There's a shot from the far circle into the near corner. Trying to pull it away. Grosse Pointe North gets a bouncing puck, but held in by St. Mary's. Trying to make a move with it is Beers. There is a tripping call. And Grosse Pointe North will be shorthanded for the next 2 minutes at 5:04. Into the box goes Alyssa Burney. St. Mary's 4-3 with the lead. And the power play, Grosse Pointe North looking to kill off this power play and try and get things even up. Puck outside the near circle, battle for it there now, in along the M boards, grabbing at Dobbs. Top of the near circle, now that brought ahead as Cuter gets it all the way down. Cuter. And pulled up top of the near circle. Duffany sending it the other direction. Here comes St. Mary's gaining the zone. Outside the far circle. Schaefer with it. Battle for it, trying to pull that away. Trying to get to it is Carrera. Puck loose. Now coming into the near corner with it. St. Mary's moves it down the near boards. Little trying to get it shot. And a save by Plaum. 4:27 left to go here in the second. 4-3. St. Mary's SCA with the lead over Grosse Pointe North. 1 minute, 23 seconds left in the St. Mary's power play. Face-off is in the near face-off circle. That to Plaum's right. And to take the face-off, Ward for St. Mary's. Cuter on the other side for Grosse Pointe North. That puck in along the near boards. Little moves it top of the far circle. As that move back by Schaefer, tipped and poke check, able to hold it in. A good pinch by Duffany. Now that puck goes back, thought about wraparound attempt over to Little on the near circle, shot, and a save by Blaum. 1:05 left to go in the St. Mary's power play, 4:08 left to go here in the second, 4-3, St. Mary's with the lead. Face-off in the near face-off circle, that to Plaum's right. As Cuter wins it back, held in. There's a shot by Duffany into the near corner. Trying to dig it out, coming in Little into the slot. That knocked away by Dobbs. Dobbs into the far corner. And pulled back behind as that fired over by Carrera. Back top of the far circle. Centering attempt. There's a shot that got blocked out in front as that was Ward with the shot. Deflects all the way back into the neutral zone. Little and couldn't quite keep it out as St. Mary's needed to touch up and couldn't quite keep it out before everyone got back into the neutral zone. 34 seconds left to go in the power play. Face off. They're going to put it right at center ice there. 3:38 left to go here in the second. 4-3. St. Mary's with the lead. Puck into the near corner, trying to pull it away. Dobbs back there, loose. Dobbs has it right out in front. And Carrera right on the doorstep. There's a shot and a score as they had stopped it, but the puck bounced out to the left. Carrera had the initial shot, and that put in by Schaefer, who found the loose puck, and no one else saw it. And Schaefer puts in the goal. That is Schaefer's first goal of the game, that at 3:24. Power play goal, so that penalty will expire. 3:24 left to go here in the second, 5-3. St. Mary's with the lead. Face off right at center ice. Dobbs in to take the face off. Ward on the other side. Puck loose. Back over to Lucia. Lucia moves it back, racing into the near corner. Connor has it back in the St. Mary's zone. Rimmed all the way around, over onto McClafferty. McClafferty trying to move it ahead. That tipped right back to the St. Mary's blue line, and offside's the call. 3:08 left to go here in the second. 5-3, St. Mary's with the lead. Face-off in the far face-off circle. That just outside of the St. Mary's zone. Trying to get to it. Ward brings it ahead. Now grabbed. Here comes Grosse Pointe North as Dobbs into the zone. Top of the far circle. Dobbs goes back to the far point. Trying to drive it deep. Puck outside the far circle. Grabbed by St. Mary's. Moving ahead to Lucia. Lucia gains the zone. Lucia. Top of the near circle. Centering attempt. That got knocked down. Out in front by Clean. Now back in along the near boards. Gathered by Little at the near point of her own zone. Little gets it through the neutral zone, intercepted. Beers fires it back deep into the St. Mary's zone. Icing waved off as Little has it in the far corner. Little brings it ahead for St. Mary's. Little coming over on blue line, tipped there. Dobbs trying to make it difficult for her to leave the zone. Dobbs trying to pull it away. Dobbs has 2 goals of her own into the near corner. And pulled back outside the near circle. Now gathered up, fired all the way around the boards, gets it over to McClafferty. McClafferty trying to move it. That held in, fired back deep by Alyssa Burney. Now back into the neutral zone, in along the near boards. Racing ahead with it is Lucia. That put back onto the near circle of the Grosse Pointe North zone, deflected back ahead. Connor has it right at, Kasuba has it at center ice. Pulled back in at top of the far circle. Now loose into the far corner as Carrera trying to make it difficult for Grosse Pointe North to get it out of the zone. Held in back there by Duffany. As that puck outside the near circle now brought back all the way deep into the St. Mary's zone. 1:39 left to go here in the second. 5-3 is the score. St. Mary's in the lead over Grosse Pointe North. Coming ahead with it. Carrera has it at center. Puts it into the Grosse Pointe zone. Gathered up there by Cuter. Right into the slot. That move back into the neutral zone. Duffany has it there. Now moves it over to Pillars. Pillars back to Duffany at her own blue line down the near boards. Into the Grosse Pointe zone, but they deflect it right back out into the neutral zone. Racing ahead with it is Cuter. Cuter gains the St. Mary's zone. That knocked away outside the near circle. Battle for it there. Centering attempt knocked down. Now pulling it. Clean has it outside the far circle. That shot couldn't get through all the traffic. Picked up back there by Duffany, by St. Mary's outside the near circle. Trying to get it out of the zone. Held in. There's Clean. Shot. That goes just wide to the near side. Picked up back behind by Duffany. Duffany underneath the far circle. Grosse Pointe North continuing pressure as it's into the near corner. Clint worked with it there. 41 seconds left to go in the second. 5-3. St. Mary's with the lead. Puck in along the neutral zone, trying to feed it ahead. That grab right at center. Making a move down is Martin. Martin gains his own. Martin trying to feed it back deep as that's picked up back behind by Schaefer. Schaefer back behind her own goal, coming down the near boards. Schaefer makes a move over on blue line. Schaefer through center. Schaefer gains his own onto the near circle. Schaefer cutting across. Shot in the goal. Schaefer takes it end to end and puts it in. And Schaefer makes it a 6-3 lead with 15.5 seconds left to go. As 2 goals in a row by Schaefer, and that makes it 6-3. .5 seconds left to go. We'll have an ice resurfacing after this. Dobbs in to take the face-off. On the other side is Ward. Puck right at the blue line, moved over by Connor. Connor coming down the far boards. Connor has it back deep into the Grosse Pointe North zone and along the near boards. Phillips trying to pull it out of the zone. Phillips back behind, and that will do it. Final shot on goal for St. Mary. But that will do it for the end of this second. As 6-3, St. Mary's with the lead, as we'll take a look at what happened in an eventful second, as it was a Grosse Pointe North goal. That one was by Alyssa Burney at 10:53. Then St. Mary's SCA had a goal that at 10:35, as that was Carrera putting it in to tie it right back up. Then at 5:58, it was a goal by Duffany from the near point to put them up 4-3. There was a Grosse Pointe North tripping call, that to Alyssa Burney at 5:04. Then at 3:25, it was the first of 2 goals by Schaefer. Then with 15.5 seconds left, Schaefer took it all the way down the ice, cut across the crease, fired it in, and that's where we stand at 6-3. We'll have an ice resurfacing here, and then we will be back with your third period action. One more game coming up after this in this rink, another one coming in the other rink, but in this rink A, it is going to be Mercy versus Cranbrook Kingswood in the final game here in this rink of the day. That's going to be at 4 o'clock. Let's play a little bit of music, and we will be right back. You are watching the Michigan Girls High School Hockey League playoffs, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting. As the officials have the nets put back on. As we're about to get underway for the third, 6-3, St. Mary's SCA with the lead over Grosse Pointe North. As both teams coming out onto the ice. St. Mary's going left to right here in this third period. Grosse Pointe North going right to left against St. Mary's in the home whites with the big red block M on the front. Numbers in black and trim in black. As the Grosse Pointe North players in their green sweaters with the green pants. The yellow numbers, name, and trim all the way across. 15 minutes up on the clock. As getting ready to go. Now both squads gathered over, getting ready for this puck drop. Both squads talking to their coaches. And getting ready for face-off. Final instructions from the coaching staff. Breyer down to our left, getting the crease set up just the way she likes. Now skating down to the right is Plaum. Cuter in to take the face-off for Grosse Pointe North. On the other side is Carrera. That puck all the way back. Phillips chases it outside the far circle in the Grosse Pointe North zone. Phillips back behind her goal from the far side to the near side. Phillips ricochets it off the near boards. Back to the blue line, held in there. Schaefer moves it into the slot, turning, spinning, and a goal by Carrera. Carrera scores at 14:43. As that is Carrera's third goal. That's a hat trick for Carrera. So that makes it 7-3. Face off at center ice. Dobbs in to take the face off. Ward on the other side. Puck deflects, grabs, fired by Little. Coming down the far boards. Loose into the far corner. Little has it. Little goes back behind her own goal. Little trying to come out in front. Little. And in along the far boards. Tipped right back into the St. Mary's zone. Chases it back. Outside the near circle is Cuter. Cuter into the near corner. Excuse me. That was Alyssa Burney. Fired all the way across. Picked up by Little into the far corner. Little pulls it back behind. Now coming over. Little has it back. 13:59 left to go here in the third. 7-3. St. Mary's with the lead. That comes back in along the near boards into the near corner. As it back to the far point, lifted all the way in along the near boards coming in. Here comes Dobbs. Dobbs shot that goes wide to the far side. Picked up out there. Trying to get to it is Martin. Martin back top of the far circle. That shot just goes wide. Underneath, picked up, coming down the near boards, ricocheted off the near boards. That'll get all the way taken back. Leah Burney racing back to get it, but that will be icing and head back. $13:21 left to go here in the third, 7-3. St. Mary's with the lead, face-off in the near face-off circle. And moved back by Cuter. Shot there, goes into the near corner. Pulled is Leah Burney trying to get it at the near point, racing back into the near corner. Cuter setting it out in front. That picked up, racing the other direction is Schaefer. Schaefer gets it over, just misses Carrera. Carrera down the near boards. Gains the zone, top in along the near boards. Cross ice pass picked up over there by Schaefer. Schaefer gains the zone. Schaefer, top of the far circle. Schaefer right back behind. That deflects, loose in the front. Battle for it and into the slot. Pulled away. Now sent back by Kasuba and along the near boards. Into the near corner. Picked up by Cuter in along the end boards. Cuter underneath the near circle of her own zone. Cuter trying to weave her way through traffic. That tipped as Schaefer has it into the slot. Schaefer backhanded shot and knocked down in a goal. St. Mary's takes the lead 8-3. That at 12:29. And let's take a look. I believe that was that with the goal? I think that might have been Ward. Hard to see as it was a save and then a battle for it on the far side. 12:28 left to go. We'll see if we can hear. Top of the far circle coming back and along the near boards. At the near point, trying to hold it in is Alyssa Burney. That must have been Clintworth with the goal. 47. And puck bringing it in. Here comes weaving through traffic. Duffany. And shot into the near corner. Pull back, 11:56 left to go, 8-3. 5-goal lead by St. Mary's. And pulled all the way back into the neutral zone, fired all the way back into the St. Mary's zone. That'll be icing, and head back into the Grosse Pointe zone. That puck brought ahead down the far boards. Deflected, now swept right back into the neutral zone. Racing back to get it. Loose. And that gained into the St. Mary's zone. Now picked up, coming down the near boards. Racing ahead with it. Here comes Schaefer. Schaefer gains the zone. Schaefer has that knocked into the near corner. Good defensive play by Beers. 11:13 left to go. Sled to the slot, back to Little, high slot. Little comes top of the far circle. Little skates her way in. Little, shot and a save by Ploum. Face-off is going to be in the far face-off circle, that in the Grosse Pointe zone. 8-3, St. Mary's with the lead. St. Mary's SCA. Back to the far point, Connor there. Connor, that deflected on the far circle. Backhanded shot by Ward out in front. Deflected all the way back to the near point, trying to hold it in. Puck into the near corner. McClafferty has it. Underneath the far circle, now into the near corner. McClafferty trying to move it back. Pinned into the near corner. Now that puck back to the near point. Little moves it over. There's a shot. This goes wide by Connor. Outside the far circle, Dobbs with it. Dobbs making move. Dobbs over the blue line. Dobbs over center. Dobbs racing into the zone. Dobbs trying to get to it. That tipped away. Little trying to make it difficult for Dobbs. As that puck now back into the neutral zone. Set up. Ricocheted by Leah Burney down on the far boards. Right back into the neutral zone. As Grosse Pointe North has to touch up. Coming the other direction. Here comes McClafferty. McClafferty gains the Grosse Pointe North zone. That goes into the far corner. Racing over, trying to get to it is Ward. That puck all the way down the ice. That will be icing and head right back into. They'll head right back into the Grosse Pointe North zone. Face off in the far face off circle. back outside. Control. Grosse Pointe North trying to get it out of their zone outside the far circle. Trying to move it ahead is Clean. Ricochets off the near boards. Deflected into the near corner. Trying to pull it back there is trying to grab it is Martin. Back out in front and a save by Plaum. Puck into the far corner. There's a shot knocked out. Now in along the near boards. Racing ahead with it. Here comes Cuter. Cuter into the slot. And in along the far boards. Cuter. Deflected back. Loose. Now coming the other direction is Carrera. Now through the slot into the near corner. Garmo has it. 9:06 left to go here. Puck into the near corner now, trying to pull it away, back behind. Clintworth with it. Clintworth underneath the far circle. Now they lift it all the way back out. Gathered up, racing ahead. Here comes Clean. Clean into the slot. Clean comes in. Clean to the far side, puts it in, and it's a goal. Grosse Pointe North makes it a 4-goal game. As it's 8-4, 4-goal lead by St. Mary's. That at 8:46. Dobbs in to take the face off. And on the other side is Ward. Ward versus Dobbs. And Puck trying to pull it in. Grabbed in along the near boards. McClafferty brings it ahead. McClafferty gets it into the near corner. And swung around. Puck outside the far circle. Now top of the far circle. Lifted all the way back. McClafferty has it. Spinning with it is Little at her own blue line. Little now turns with it. Little through center ice. Grabbed. Ward gains his own. Ward, top of the far circle. Ward has it tipped away in along the far boards. Dobbs trying to get to it. Ward moves it back. Ward sliding ahead with it down the far boards. Ward trying to get it high. Slot holds it in. Now it slips back into the neutral zone. Little fires it back in as St. Mary's has to touch back up. Picked up and along the far boards by Beers. Beers trying to move it out of the zone. Then all the way back to the St. Mary's blue line. Ahead, moving it. Here comes McClafferty. McClafferty tips it as that goes all the way into the near corner. Pulled now, racing ahead with it is Cuter. Cuter gains the St. Mary's zone. Cuter, good poke check back there. Knocked away by Schaefer, off and a goal. Grosse Pointe North cuts the lead to 3 as it's now 8-5. It's 7:37. Goal by Beers. $7:37 left to go. 8-4. 2 straight goals by Grosse Pointe North has cut the lead from 6-4. Or excuse me, 6-3. They don't have the goal up there as of yet on the scoreboard. 7:30 left to go here in the third. Puck outside the far circle, trying to bring it around his Beers, back behind the goal. On St. Mary's, centering attempt down in front, and they score as that was Carrera with it. Carrera gets St. Mary's back up as they have 9 now. 9-5 is our score at 7:20. So 17 seconds later, Carrera gets her 4th goal of the game. Dobbs in to take the face-off. Puck in along, brought in. Grosse Pointe now. Grosse Pointe's North has it into the near corner. Dobbs trying to center it out in front. That's swept in along the near boards. McClafferty bringing it ahead. Bounces into the neutral zone, trying to turn on it. Backhanded back in by Alyssa Burney. Grab top of the near circle by Little. Trying to bring it ahead. That puck knocked down. Loose into the far corner. Offsides the call. 7:07 left to go here in the third. 9-5 is our score. St. Mary's with the lead. Face-off in the far face-off circle. As Carrera in to take the face-off. Dobbs on the other side. Controlled by St. Mary's. Coming down the near boards. Racing in with it is Schaefer. Schaefer outside the near circle. Schaefer with the shot. All the way back to the far point. Held in by Duffany. Duffany has it knocked down. Loose on the far circle. Grosse Pointe North has it. Backhands it all the way back into the neutral zone. Racing back to get it. Little. Top of the far circle of our own zone. Little trying to move it over to Sinkovitz. Now bringing it ahead. That grab. Little has it. There's a shot and a save by Blaum. .635 left to go here in the third. 9-5 is our score. Face-off in the near face-off circle in the Grosse Pointe North zone. And to the left of Plaum. In to take the face-off. Ward versus Dobbs. That outside the near circle. Now back into the neutral zone. In along the near boards. 6:26 left to go here. 9-5. St. Mary's with the lead. Trying to pull it ahead is Martin. Now back. Spinning with it is Duffany. Duffany ahead. Grabbed, and St. Mary's retreats into their own zone. Ward gets some speed. Ward gains his own. Ward, high slot, now onto the near circle. Ward, wide angle shot and scores. It's back to a 5-goal game. It's Ward able to put it in at 6:06. And it's now 10-5. Face off right at center ice. Face off at center ice. Trying to bring it ahead. That grab. Here comes Grosse Pointe North as pulled. Cuter has it outside the far circle. Now coming the other direction. Racing ahead is Little. Little gains his own. Little, top of the far circle. Little goes, feeding it out in front, covered up by Plaum. .548 left to go here in the third. 10-5. St. Mary's with the lead. Face off in the far face off circle. Carrera in to take the face off. Puck tipped. Now there's a shot by Carrera that deflects in along the M boards into the near corner. Pulled back to the near point. Now cross ice pass over to Duffany. Duffany feeds it into the far corner. Gathered up there by Beers. Beers trying to move it ahead. Here comes Grosse Pointe North. Racing ahead is Cuter. Cuter has that puck poked away as that comes back into the neutral zone. Controlled. Delayed penalty coming up as bringing it in is Clean. Clean has it knocked away. That covered up, and that will be slashing the call at 5:14. As that's a St. Mary's penalty. Into the box goes Schaefer for slashing. Face-off in the far face-off circle. That to the left of Breyer. Well, Dobbs wins the face-off. That back. Pull back behind. Brew trying to come along with it. That fired and cleared all the way down the ice. Stop there. Picked up. 1 minute, 45 seconds left to go in the power play. Tip back. Now trying to bring it in. Racing over with it. is Lucia into the near corner. Trying to pull it away is Ward. That puck back behind. All the way outside the far circle. Gathering it up is Duffany. Duffany puts it right back behind the goal. Gathering it up is Villani. Villani brings it down the far boards. 4:38 left to go here in the third. 1:23 left to go in the power play. Bringing it deep in, racing over. Cuter has it in the near corner, sending it out in front. Good defense to knock it out of the slot. Outside the near circle, grabbing it. There's a shot by Beers. And pulled and cleared all the way down the ice. 1:07 left to go here. As that puck into the near corner, pulled back. And racing ahead. 58 seconds left in the penalty. 4:08 left to go here in the third. 10-5. St. Mary's with the lead. Puck at the near point in the St. Mary's zone. Now comes outside the near circle. Trying to dig that away. Beers trying to hold it in. Battling back there with Carrera. Puck loose into the neutral zone. Picked up there by Beers. Beers ricochets it on the near boards. Now Cuter trying to fire it back deep. 34 seconds left on the power play. Picked up back underneath the near circle. Little fires it all the way down, trying to knock it down. That pick back up, spinning with it. Back there is Phillips. Phillips puts it back deep into the St. Mary's zone. 21 seconds left to go in the power play. That launched, held in, put back into the near corner by Beers. Trying to dig it out. Little has it. Little banks it off the glass. That back into the neutral zone. St. Mary's able to clear it. Phillips trying to fire it ahead. 3:19 left to go here in the third. 4 seconds left to go in the power play. That puck knocked down. Now trying to move it was Clintworth. Fired and pulled down. Coming into the zone was Schaefer. That knocked away. Penalty has expired. Both teams back to full strength. Little gets it ahead. That pulled away. Racing the other direction is Phelps. Phelps gains the zone. 2:50 left to go. There's a shot deflects into the far corner. Pull back. Coming down the far boards. Little has it there. Loose shot and a score. As that was Dobbs with the score. That at 2:41. Goal by Dobbs. Martin in to take the face-off. Now gathered up, trying to move it over McClafferty, back deep. 2:35 left to go here in the third. Puck moved in along the near boards, back into the neutral zone. Racing back with it is Duffany. Duffany ahead. Pulled into the zone by Lucia. Lucia outside the far circle, into the far corner. Beards trying to move it away. Tipped back over by Villani. Villani has it on the far circle. Back into the far corner. 2:13 left to go here in the third. 10-6. St. Mary's with the lead. So that puck lifted back. Lucia back behind the goal, trying to feed it out in front. Over to McClafferty. And covered up, grabbed by Plow. 1:53 left to go here in the third. Face-off in the near face-off circle. That to the left of Plow. 1 minute 53 seconds left. Top of the far circle. There's a shot into the far corner. Trying to pull it back there is Phillips. Loose outside the far circle. Now pulled back. Schaefer with it. Centering attempt. That knocked through the neutral zone. And that will having to touch up is St. Mary's. 1:30 left to go here in the third. Trying to pull it right back in. St. Mary's has it. Top of the near circle. Trying to work her way in Schaefer. There's a shot by Carrera. Outside the far circle now. Top of the far circle into the slot. Move. Now Dobbs fires it all the way down. That tipped. Cuter trying to make it back. Moved into the far corner. Top of the far circle spinning with it Little moves it ahead. 1 minute left to go. That is going to be icing and head back. .58 seconds left to go here in the third. 10-6, St. Mary's with the lead. Barring a miracle, they will advance to Wednesday. Puck sent all the way around, trying to get it over there is Alyssa Burns. Alyssa Burns. Back, move, tipped, knocked down, fired all the way back deep. That'll roll into the Grosse Pointe North zone. That will be icing and head back into the St. Mary's end with 41.2 seconds left to go. We will be back right after this. So we're going to quickly move our gear, and then we'll have the 4 o'clock game, which is Mercy versus Cransbrook Kingswood. That puck deflects all the way back into the neutral zone, trying to pull it away. Down the near boards, 32 seconds left. That deflects into the far corner. Lifted back, now sent all the way down the ice. Racing ahead, Cuter with it. Cuter trying to get in. Cuter comes in. There's a shot. Save. Good job by Breyer. 20.2 seconds left to go. Into the near corner of the St. Mary's zone, 16 seconds, 15 seconds. Coming ahead, down the far boards. Alyssa Burney has it. Now right back in along the end boards, grabbed there by Cuter. Trying to move it out of the zone, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. And that will do it. Your winner is St. Mary's 10-6. For my camera person, Christina Wiseman, my name is Mark Wiseman. We're going to end it here because we have to move our gear. Thank you very much. St. Mary's on to Wednesday.